Hello my lovelies, it is time for my December Wheel of TBR, so stay tuned. Hi, hello, welcome. If you're new here, Wheel of TBR is one of my multiple ways that multiple games that I play in order to help pick my TBR. And the way it works, I spin the wheel 5 times, unless of course I have to do some bonuses. But yeah, I spin the wheel 5 times, I get a prompt, find a book that matches that prompt, change it out, put a little mark on the board. If I get 5 marks on one spot, I have to do a bonus spin. Okay, so before we go into the spins for this month, I have a lot that I need to go over. Okay, so starting off, I had several books that got rolled over into November. And let's see, there were 6 books. And of those 6, I read 1. So I did not read The Girl in 6E, The Speaker, Lock and Key, Alice, or The School for Good and Evil. All of those I'm going to roll over. Whew. And the only one that I actually read was The Final Empire. Yeah. Now, as far as my actual November spins, for Out of Comfort Zone, I was to read Lord of the Flyfest by Goldie Moldavsky, and I did read that. For graphic novel, I was to read Spell on Wheels and Volume 2, and I did not read this. I am going to roll this one over. For fantasy, I was to read Wicked by Gregory Maguire, and I did read that. For author I love, I was to read Challenger Deep by Neil Shusterman, and I did read this. And for sprayed edges, I was to read Wild is the Witch by Rachel Griffin, and I did not read this. So I'm actually not going to roll this one over, and I'm going to take a punishment spin for it. So if you don't know, punishment spins are, well, I just spin and put a mark on the board, and that gets me one step closer to having a bonus spin. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, that was on Out of Comfort Zone, which puts 4 marks on that spot. And before I go any further, so for the past couple of months, I haven't had my prompts to trade them out because moving and all of that stuff, but I have finally unpacked my prompts. I have them right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go around and take off all of these prompts except for, where is it? My coffee, that's for my coffee patrons, and that one is a permanent mark on the board. Okay, so let me go ahead and do this. Okay, so the first prompt that I will be adding to the board is a book with magic. Okay, next up is Supernatural. All right, let's get one from down at the bottom. Buzzword. All right, mix them up a little bit. Oh, that pick. Oh, that's always interesting. All right, then we've got a retelling and comedy and POC. Then we've got animal on the cover. Mix these up a little bit. Get down to the bottom. Ooh, Melanie's pick. Then we've got Koontz. I've got a lot of Dean Koontz. Twitter pick. Guess I'm gonna have to go ahead and do a little Twitter poll just in case that one comes up. Then we've got Bookish Book. that would go really well with this month's TBR Knockout. And then the last one is short read. Okay, so as far as last month's Have I Read It, and if you don't know, Have I Read It is a way that you get to help me pick a book or books that go on my TBR. I'll link that up above so you can go and check it out. It's fun. I react to if I've read a book or not, and then you get to vote on the ones that I haven't read. Anyway, so I was supposed to read Challenger Deep and Arch Enemies, and I read Challenger Deep, but I have not yet read Arch Enemies, so I'll be rolling this one over. So for Have I Read It number 45, I was to read the top 2 voted books, and the number 1 voted book was Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, so I'll be reading this. And also, which I haven't unpacked this one yet, but Giant Days Volume 7, it's a graphic novel, I'll also be reading that. And then for Have I Read It number 46, I would read Life Expectancy by Dean Koontz. Ooh, so if Koontz comes up, I can pick this one. Okay, so I'm gonna move these down here. I also have 2 buddy reads this month. One is Hooked by Emily McIntyre. This is the group book for Mary Bookmas. If you're not participating in Mary Bookmas Readathon, you definitely should. I'll link it up here so you can go and check it out. But yes, this is the group book, and we're gonna have Emily on my channel to discuss it in January. And then my book buddy of the month, one of my coffee patrons, she selected The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes for me. And I haven't read The Hawthorne Legacy, which is book 2, so little does she know, she actually picked 2 books that I have to read this month now. So here's hoping that I can get some of those to fit here. And let's see, we have 1, 2, 3 spots that have 4 marks on them. So those are our danger zones for getting bonus spins. So have I gone over everything? I think I've gone over everything for right now, except for what I'm reading for my TBR Knockout, Buzzword, and the Mary Bookmas Readathon. I will tell you the TBRs for those at the end of this, after I've sorted out what all I'm going to be reading and try to figure out what I can make work for what. Oh, another book that I'm buddy reading, but I have to unpack it, is The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. My coffee patrons and I are buddy reading that, so whew, okay. All right, let's get started with these spins. So spin number 1. POC. Let me see what I can find. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to pick one of my books that I selected for my Cards Against My TBR, and that is A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tahara Mafi. And this one's relatively short, and it works for both, so that's handy. It's just barely over 300 pages, so this will be great. Okay, we're going to mark this, which gives us 4 on that one now, so that's another danger zone there. And we're going to replace POC. Where did I set my prompts? Where did I set them? Oh, over here. Okay, we're going to replace that with Beautiful Cover. Let's set these prompts right here. Okay, all right, spin number 2. I was nervous about the pet pick one, but I just remembered I need to do the Twitter poll just in case that comes up. Okay, so Buzzword for December is number in the title, and for that I'm going to select my coffee patrons buddy read, and that is The Atlas 6. So let me, oh, that was one of our danger ones, womp 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 womp, which means I have to read, or I have to do 6 spins total. So let me erase this. And we will replace Buzzword with Hoopla Wreck. I actually need to, at some point in time, create some more prompts. So if y'all have any recommendations for prompts you want to see on my wheel, comment down below and let me know. Okay, So spin number 3. Retelling, and you see what is here? That's 4 marks. Okay, this is perfect because Hooked is a Peter Pan retelling. So I'm going to use this. And we now have to do 7 spins total. Let me erase this. Okay, we'll replace retelling with Instagram poll. Okay, let me put up an Instagram poll just in case this comes up. Where did I set my phone again? Oh, there it is. Okay, spin number 4 of 7. Short read, and that only has 2 on it, so I am safe there. This may take me a minute, just a second. Okay, I found one, and it is a very, very short read. It's literally only 26 pages. And that is Noise by Kathleen Raimondo. It is a cute little graphic novel, and this was gifted to me by the lovely Nicole Bannister. I'll link her down below. But yeah, this is perfect. Okay, I already marked. Yes, I did. I already marked that. Now let me take off short read, and we shall replace that with Alcrape. Okay, that's gonna be a tricky one, just because all my books are kind of in chaos at the moment. All right, so that was 4, so we're at 5 out of 7. Oh, and the 5th one here, this is the last one that can cause any bonus spins. Here we go. Kunz, perfect. I'll be reading Life Expectancy. Yay. Okay. And that has no marks on it either, so there's no extra spins for that one. Woohoo! Okay, take Kunz off, and we will replace that with A through Z. So that's a random letter generator. All right, so this is our first bonus spin, so spin number 6. Glad I don't mark on these because that one had 4. So beautiful cover. Let's see. Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw. This has such a pretty cover. So I'm going to select this one. All right, replacing beautiful cover with, what do we got? What do we got? Alcrape Jr. Okay. All right, this is the final spin. Spin number 7. Animal on the cover. Okay. Okay, so this was actually one that I put in my Twitter poll, but because this is my last spin, I'm not going to be having to select anything. So I have gone with Dead and Gondola by Anne Claire. This is a cute, cozy mystery, Christmassy. There's a cat on the cover. It's bookish. We have, what is it? These sisters that run a historic bookshop, and they have a cat named Agatha. They're the Christie sisters, I believe. Is that what I remember? Yes, their last name's Christie, and then they have a cat named Agatha. Cute. That will also work perfect for Mary Bookmas. Okay, let me replace this one. And we will replace that with Book with a Monster. Okay, so before I do my next wheel for January, I will pre-film me doing a pet pick thing just in case that comes up. Oh my goodness. So let's see what we've got left here as far as danger zones for next time. Supernatural has 4 and Alcrape Jr. has 4. Those are the only ones. Not too terribly bad. We got a couple of them that are empty, so it's not looking terrible. For my spins, I have A Very Large Expanse of Sea, Hooked, Noise, Life Expectancy, The Wicked Deep, Dead and Gondola and the Atlas 6. I also want to make like a little announcement about have I read it? I am temporarily, for just a couple months, temporarily pausing my Have I Read It's. They are so much fun. I love doing them, but I've kind of gotten really backed up. Like, I think with adding these on, I'm around 14 or 15 that I need to read. So I want to take this time and kind of catch up on those, as well as, you know, doing all the other books that I plan on reading. And I think adding those Have I Read It's on for now might be just a tiny bit too much. And yeah, I need that moment to catch up. Okay, so give me just a second and I will come back and let you know what I'm doing for my TBR knockout and for Merry Bookmas. And I already said buzzword is the Atlas 6. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I have gotten it all figured out. So for TBR knockout, the theme is Merry Bookmas. And the first prompt is to read a book that will make you merry. So for that, I'm going to read A Very Merry Bromance by Lisa K. Adams. This is like the 5th book in the series, and I love this series. So I'm really excited. I don't know if this is gonna be the last book or not, but I'm super excited for this. For the second prompt, that is to read a bookish book, and for that I'll be reading The Speaker by Tracy Chee. There's a book, like a book plays a very important part throughout this whole trilogy. Okay, so for the Merry Bookmas prompts, the first one is sugar cookies, read something sweet / a comfort read / your go-to. And for that, I'm gonna read A Very Merry Bromance. For prompt number 2, candy canes, read a book with red and white on the cover. A Very Merry Bromance. Hot chocolate, read something that will make you hot. This could be steamy, angry, whatever. For that, I'm gonna read the group book, which is Hooked by Emily McIntyre. For Yule Log Cake, read a book with magic. I'll be reading The Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw. For Eggnog, read a book you're not too sure about. I'll be reading The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake, because I've heard very mixed reviews on that. For Holiday Pudding, read a holiday book. Can be any holiday. I'm gonna read A Very Merry Bromance. For Sugar Plums, read a fairy tale, a classic, or a retelling. I'll be reading Hooked. For Fruitcake, read an LGBTQIA+ book. I'll be reading Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry. For Reindeer Chow, read a book with an animal on the cover or in the story. I'll be reading Dead and Gondola by Anne Claire. There's a kitty on it, and there's a cat in the story named Agatha. For the prompt, chestnuts, prepare your favorite holiday treat and post it on social media and tag Seasonathon. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, so we'll just have to wait and see. I might do multiple ones. For prompt number 12, Popcorn Garland, read the group book or buddy read a book. I'll be reading the group book, which is Hooked. So I managed to get all of them filled with these 5. Technically, I think I could have gotten them all filled with just these, oh wait, not these 5 plus the Atlas 6. But I could have done it without this and used Dead and Gondola for everything I used this one for. But I really want to read this one. I really want to read both of them. And then a couple other books that I want to read if I'm able to squeeze them in, because they're fun, Christmassy kind of books. I have You're a Mean One, Matthew Prince by Timothy Janofsky. This looks so cute. Kiss Her Once for Me by Alison Cochrane. And The Rewind by Alison Wynne Scotch. This is more like a New Year's kind of thing, but oh. I have a lot of books here, but I'm very excited for them, and I think I can get a good bit done, I hope. I do have a little trip in December, just a very little trip, and then we got Christmas and all of that. And then I'll also be back with my Have I Read It's in a couple of months, but yeah, I just need that time to catch up. But oh my goodness, that is my entire TBR. Have you guys read any of these books? Did you like them? Did you not? Are you participating in Merry Bookmas or any other readathon? Comment down below and let me know. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye.